More like a resounding statement, a message than a performance. How good was City today, second half especially?
I think second half especially, like you say, we did well. We just want to improve, just want to get better. When you've got the players like this guy, it's fantastic. But keep our feet on the ground, recover, focus on the next one.
Ryan, Mark obviously got the second goal, but it was all about the pass into him, wasn't it?
Yeah, when I give the pass for him, I'm not good because I don't know if he score. But when I see he score, I'm very happy for him, for the team, and now we can go play against Arsenal. That's a big game for us.
It's a big game. It was a striker's finish from him, though, wasn't it? Great pass, but fair play to Mark.
It's not my pass. It's him. When he controlled the ball, he touched very nice the ball because the ball is not good. I don't know why he changed the ball, but I'm very happy for him.
The manager, I don't know if you heard, talked about you being a free soul, a free spirit in the week. How do you feel the pressure, or do you just enjoy the opportunity to help your team and win big games?
No, I don't feel the pressure. I don't want to feel the pressure. I just want to play with my teammate, give the pleasure, give the good pass for him, for Ali, for all players, because we need goal. Don't concede the goal, and today he do a big job for us, and we are very happy.
Mark, as they were for much of the second half, your supporters are singing, "Are you watching Arsenal?" I know you're not one for a provocative statement, but do you hope they were?
I don't think it matters, to be honest. Like I said, it's the most important thing, even though it's cliches, that we did the job today and we can focus on the game coming up now. But, you know, everyone did their job today. Thanks to God today for helping us, and, you know, let's just move on to the next one.
Lastly, what is it like being part of this City group when you're hunting a title?
This is the last one!
Go on, Mark, quickly. What is it like hunting a title with this group? And then we go.
It's great. It's fantastic. It's good.
Nice. People are waiting. Your player of the match. There's a debate here.
Yeah, new experience for those two. And what an experience in this title race that Manchester City now know is in their hands, with the game in hand and within 6 points of Manchester City, where of course we'll be a week today once again on the road for that enormous clash. And it sets it up beautifully now, Michael, doesn't it?
I mean, it couldn't be any better. We've been looking at this title race for a while thinking, can it be a race? Is it going to go down to the last few games? And Arsenal have basically been stretching a little bit further and further clear in the last few weeks, but all of a sudden there's been big change and unexpected. You know, not many people saw Bournemouth go into the Emirates and winning, and then for Manchester City to come here and win. Not an easy place to come at all, and to win comfortably as well. And all of a sudden the title race looks as it's not turned on its head, but it's neutralised, really has neutralised. And now, I mean, they don't get much bigger than the next weekend, do they?
No, they don't. And when you are chasing in the position you've been in your career, and you're getting that momentum, and you get a result like that from the second half performance, what does it do? What's it feel like?
Obviously, it feels amazing. And again, you just build momentum and confidence. But like Mark said, they know that next week is massive. It's in their hands, and that's what you want it to be. Whatever your objective is, whatever stage of the season, you want to be in control of your own destiny, and they are that now. Going into next week, they'll certainly be aware how huge that game is. We'll make them aware. And top players perform in them games, and as I said, none of them players have experience in that, but they spoke with a lot of calmness, especially Mark. He seemed like he was enjoying and relishing the opportunity, and obviously Cherki's relishing the responsibility given to him as well. So yeah, as much as they don't have the experience, they look like they're enjoying it.
And you were obviously in and around that United squad that were chased down, sorry to remind you, by Joleon's City. And when you do drop points like United did that day way back when against Everton, and you've been in front and you've got this team chasing you, another Manchester City team, what's that feel like? So what will Arsenal feel like tonight? That's what I'm really asking.
Listen, you always prefer points in the bag. You always do. However, there's something a little bit nerve-wracking about knowing that somebody's coming behind with a wet sail. And of course, Arsenal have got the points, but Manchester City have got the advantage of being at home. They've got the advantage of big pressure game today. Had to win. They won. They played Arsenal not so long ago in a cup final, big pressure game. They won. All of a sudden, these big games, they go Manchester City's way, and all of a sudden, Arsenal are starting to falter and fumble. So, you know, the mindset going into this game couldn't be more directed towards Manchester City. So everything's pointing in that direction at the moment. Obviously still a fair way to go, but this has really evened it up this weekend.
Would that be a concern for you with Arsenal? Like Mo says, in this situation, none of those players have got over the line, not even in the Wembley Cup final against City.
Yeah, it's a concern. It's a concern because they've been in this situation, and it's almost like they're playing with fear, right? Every moment, every game, the anxiety, and they need to find a way to shake that off. It's almost, you know, they always need to take themselves to if it happens and they win nothing, right? The world's going to keep spinning, and the players need to find a way of just going, right, we can't control Manchester City. They're coming like a steam train. They are flying, right? We've got our games that we've got to deal with. We've got to go. If they go to Manchester next week and they don't get beat, I think it's advantage Arsenal again. But they've got to find a way of shaking off the shackles, and that's down to the manager.
OK, let's remind ourselves how City completely turned that around in the second half. And what a story Nico O'Reilly is developing into in terms of goal scoring, Jolyon, as well as his all-round play.
Yeah, not just goals in terms of volume, but the quality of goal, the importance of goal. I think that's significant. Obviously, today was huge. Recently in the cup final, he scores 2 goals. And people that don't know, Nico O'Reilly's all of his career before the first team has played as a 10. So these scenarios and these positions that he finds himself in aren't new to him. He's aware of what he needs to do, and the finesse with the finish, whether it's head or feet related, he's calm in front of goal, and you can't necessarily teach that, especially at a young age.
What about the quality of delivery there, Joe?
Oh, it's superb. Cherki is a magician. Like we was watching him warm up a couple of weeks ago, and he was like mesmerising with the ball. He plays off both feet, takes corners off both feet. For Haaland, he must be licking his lips every time his name's on the team sheet. He didn't get a goal today, but he finds space, he finds pockets, and he delivers when he passes a ball, he passes it with information. Like, you know, if he needs you to run in, he makes the players around him so much better by how he just delivers the ball to them. He's a fantastic footballer.
And he was at it again. I mean, 2 goals in just over 6 minutes. I mean, they were ruthless. They put the foot on the pedal at that point, didn't they?
I really like that about Manchester City. A lot of teams you'll see score a goal and then they think, right, we've got the goal, we've got the advantage, let's just sit back, let's hold our lead. But not Manchester City. They went and they went and they went and kept trying to score goals. This is obviously from a short corner. Cherki just trying to find a little bit of room and then flicks the ball with the outside of his foot. It's fantastic. I would say, just have a look at Bernardo Silva, top of your picture. He makes this overlapping run and Gusto gets caught. He sees that run and he leaves his man. He leaves Guehi. Just watch him peel out there. He's on Guehi all the time, and then just at the last minute he goes and follows. This is probably a better angle. Watch, he's wrestling with him and then he just leaves him for that, and that's fair.
Yeah, I think he takes Mark by surprise. It's a great touch and a great finish, but players of that ilk, you have to take the worst case scenario, and that is the worst case scenario. If someone free in the box is going to find him, because his technical ability will allow him to do that.
Yeah, now as a centre-half, he wasn't a number 10 grown-up Mark Guehi, was he? Like Nico O'Reilly. I mean, what a cool finish that was.
Very much so. Again, the first touch allowed him to get the strike off, but I just think since he's arrived at the club, he's played with a maturity and a class. I think similar to Cherki, but in a different way. He makes players around him play better. Nouri's played the most consistent since he's arrived at the club, but for me, Mark, seeing him do this, having worked with him, I'm not surprised.
Centre forward's goal, isn't it? I mean, his first touch was unbelievable, the way he opens himself out, just touch finish. You know, that's pretty ruthless, and he's got that. I would say that he's got that air of calmness and class about him. Yes, he's a centre-half. I'm not saying centre-halves can't be class. but he's just got
there
that.
Just in time.
Yeah, I felt a punch coming away. He's just got that air of calmness, hasn't he? Really good on the ball, spots danger, he's got pace. He's a terrific signing for them.
And in terms of the third goal, when Caicedo was pressed, I mean, that was part of City's game plan, but also the story of Chelsea's day a little bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, he was poor today, Caicedo. He's been Chelsea's best player all season. He was outstanding, and it's the press. The press was really good. Again, he bowled it into midfield. The extra touch there. Look, do you know what? Because he's so strong, and because he trusts his body, but you can't take a liberty there. They're closing in on him. They're also coming from all angles. You know, talking. You know, maybe communication from his teammates. But that sums Chelsea's night up there.
But I got the impression all afternoon that none of this was by design. Like, they were just hoping they could get out and play out where it didn't seem like they was comfortable. I remember one incident where they've had to flick it around the corner, and I think Fofana's ended up heading it back to Sanchez, and it just never felt right for them trying to play it out the way they did, and obviously they got caught here.
Yeah, and a nice finish as well. I mean, I often think that near post finish with a little bit of height is quite underrated. Everybody says, oh, you always should go to the far corner, that's where the space is. If the goalkeeper saves it, your mate can have a tap in and things like that. But a lot of the time, big space comes in that near post. And Doku finished it well. He's only a few yards away from us, but he finished it well.
And in terms of the overall group, they didn't just nick a 1-0 win there. They powered their way in the second half to a 3 and could have been more victory. I mean, they did send a statement out there, Jolien, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely. And I mentioned it before, the game, when City are at their best, they score 3 or 4 goals. So that is the worrying sign for Arsenal, especially with the goal difference. I think when Arsenal are at their best, they look very solid and probably end up with a 2-0 victory. But in regards to City, when they're at their best, you can get hurt and punished.
They certainly can. Here he is. Well done, Mark.
How are you?
I'm very good. Probably not as well as you, but we're all good.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Well done. I mean, we were just talking about that second half turnaround. How good did that feel? It looked ruthless.
Yeah, it was actually a really tough first half. I thought Chelsea made it really tough for us and good shape and hit us on the counter a few times. But the manager told us at half time, in these moments, it's about big players stepping up. And I think, so many of the guys stepped up today. And yeah, it's really nice to get the win.
I'll let Michael ask you about the finish because the Ballon d'Or winner's just described it as a centre-forwards finish. So.
Yeah, cool, calm, open the body up. A lovely first one. We were expecting the ball because it looked like there was an overlap and then all of a sudden an outside the foot little prod through, but you took it so well and finished it easy.
I think with Ryan, you never know. You never, here it is now. Yeah. You just never know when the ball's going to come, so you just have to be ready at all times. And look, I'm fortunate enough to be playing with such amazing players and, grateful to score. I actually missed one in training from a yard out, so it's actually nice to to get that one today.
Save them for the games. Don't worry about training. You don't win nothing in training. No, again, but obviously clean sheet today as well. How content are you at the moment? Because you and Kushinov obviously are forming a formidable partnership there.
Yeah, it's great. Me and Kusa, we've built a good partnership. But I think anyone that I've played with so far this season has been great. I'm learning a lot off so many players. Ruben, John, Nathan. So I'm just grateful to be here, learning every single day and just playing.
Mark, can I ask you about Cherki? He's just a joy for us to watch. He must be brilliant to play with.
He's a top player. He's a fantastic talent. And not just on the ball. Today you saw another side of him again. Off the ball, working so hard and doing so much for the team. Yeah. But when he gets the opportunity to change a game like that, it's fantastic, and we just want more and more from him. And we're glad today that he turned up, and not just him, but every single player today.
Mark, how much are you enjoying this experience of being in a title race for the first time and walking into a group like you have in January?
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I'm grateful. I'm just taking each day as it comes. Trying not to think too much about it, just enjoying, like I say, just learning as much as possible because, I'm blessed to be in this opportunity and I'm just grateful to be here.
And what's it like being in a dressing room with serial winners like Rodri and Bernardo Silva and Erling and Phil Foden, all the trophies? They've been on this journey so many times before.
Yeah, you can see in their eyes the hunger's still there. I think at this level, it's easy to rest, I guess. You've won a few trophies, but not with them, not with the manager, not with the football club. Everyone just wants to go again and again. And it's fantastic for players like me and the other lads that have come in to learn off these guys and, and add that to your game, add that to your mentality as well.
So this sets up next Sunday. I mean, as a player dreaming growing up to be a professional footballer, to play in a game like next Sunday is now set up for. I mean, what does that feel like?
I mean, I'll let you know after the game. Right now, it's important. I'll just go home, recover, just chill, and then focus on training the next day. But like I said, I'll let you know.
Not just another game, though, Mark, is it? I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, that's you guys' job to build it up. It's my job to just go out there if I get the opportunity to play. But yeah, I'll let you know when that time after the game.
Really well done today.
Well done.
Thank you very
Cheers,
much indeed. Thanks for
congratulations.
Well done.
Thank
Thanks
you
for joining us.
Cheers.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
mate.
Take care, guys.
One of the heroes, Mark Gay, who of course began his football journey here at Chelsea. Right, 3-0. That's some player reaction. Here is his manager, the City boss, Pep Guardiola.
Well, Pep, how much did you enjoy celebrating that with your fans at the end? It was quite an atmosphere in the corner there.
No, what's happened when you win away in stadiums like Stamford Bridge. The fans are happy. We're even happier.
So how much did you enjoy particularly your second half performance, and maybe what more did you ask for at half time?
Yeah, second half that was 1,000 times much better. And it was not bad the first half, but some players were not in as to be, and we attacked a little bit in the left side, but in the right side they just played to, without threat. And the second half was much better in both sides.
How much did you enjoy as well the performance of your free soul today, Ryan Cherki? The first 2 assists, which obviously he has that quality, I wonder if you'd almost enjoy more the fact that he plays a big part in winning the ball back for Jeremy with the third goal. Like both sides of the game.
Jeremy Ryan is an extraordinary talent. The second goal, just the pass to Mark, he saw him. The problem from Ryan, and we talk a lot, is sometimes he plays in the positions close to exaggerate to Donnarumma. Your talent has to be in the final third.
Oh, it gets too low.
Yeah. How good you are. Winning games, no? Assists and something that nobody can see it, not even from outside. So be there. Be close to Haaland. Be close to the wingers and make your quality there. We'll bring the ball there to you. So not necessary to come down. And after that, when we are winning, and after that, he stopped to see practical, effective. So, but he's so young. So, and the impact in Premier League for season, as much he understands that, will become it is already an extraordinary player, but he has the desire to be even better. Will be good for Man City and for him.
You spoke a bit about consistency before this match. 2-0 Arsenal, 4-0 Liverpool, 3-0 Chelsea. Is this team, like City teams of the past, just starting to... No, go on.
The past were something unique, but we are growing, so we have long weeks now after being out from the Champions League, and we are more fresh, training, everybody knows exactly what they have to do, so yeah, that is a reality. So, of course, look, 3 opponents, 3 Champions League teams, and we perform not, I would say, 90 minutes, because the first 50-20 minutes, half an hour in Arsenal were better, and first 20 minutes at home against Liverpool better. Second half, first half he was not top, but we were solid enough, no concede much, and the threat is there.
Well, he doesn't want to dwell on the past, but let's just dwell on the last 3 games. Arsenal, clean sheet, win the cup. Liverpool, 4-0 in the quarter-final, clean sheet, and 3-0 against Chelsea. I mean, that's pretty ruthless form at the right stage of the season.
It's an incredible run. The clean sheets, the goals, and in them games they've been pushed. Arsenal in the final started the game. Well, Chelsea started the game. Liverpool wasn't a 4-0 game, so in all the big moments they're getting it right. And I think it's ominous for Arsenal, because you look at them when they get into gears like that. You're like, it's very, very difficult. I can't see where they're going to drop points if they continue playing like that.
Yeah. I mean, they're serial April players, aren't they, as we pointed out earlier on, and that manager's lost 3 league games in the month of April in the Premier League.
Yeah, which is crazy. It's a crazy statistic, but I just think his calmness is there to see. But I'm sure in the dressing room he's making them aware without any rule of complacency. I think they're fully aware of what's at stake and what they can achieve, and I don't know if he will emulate this thought of mine, but I think this will be the biggest and most satisfying title win if they go on to win it.
Yeah, would you say that? If they can do it, that's Pep's best achievement?
I think it might feel the best. Again, might because it's so relevant. But in terms of the consistency to keep going, even when you're getting punched and knocked down, you get back up and you keep going again, and you're going again, and all of a sudden they found themselves in this situation. And I'm not sure they've had a situation like this, like the one I was in at the start. But again, to go on and to beat Arsenal at this stage of the season would be massive.
We are going to be privileged enough to be at the Etihad. I mean, we've had some great Premier League classics over the years, but I mean, in terms of the importance and the position in recent times, is this the biggest game at this stage of the season we're going to witness?
I would say so. I would say it's the biggest game in many, many years, I think. How the Premier League is poised, the 2 teams going head-to-head. The one team that are ahead, but everything else is pointing to the team that are in their slipstream at the moment. And I just think, because it's so close to the end of the season, it's so important. It's going to slingshot whoever wins probably to the title, I would say. It could be that, you could call it a decider, even though there's a fair bit of football to go. It's going to be so pivotal. Then, yeah, I think I can't remember in the last 3, 4, 5 years a bigger game in the Premier League. It's huge.
Can you?
No, I can't. Again, and that's what you want it to be. You want it to be you going against your opponent for the title to be a decider. So, yes, you can wait on other fixtures and other results, but if you're going against the title contenders, that's what you want it to be settled.
It's set up beautifully, isn't it?
It is. Cannot wait. Licking my